Okay, everybody. Goemonronin here again. Sorry about the smoke alarms. I've just kind of gotten up, and I'm kind of getting sort of the same response from a lot of people on my update videos. So I want to just go ahead and just sort of clear something up right now. I do not believe, and this is what I'm going to say right here, right now, just my opinion on it. I do not believe in permanent expatriation. I believe expatriation is a tool for you to go away and learn and bring the things that you've learned back from other countries to improve your own. I don't think it's your job to be an escapist and continue to expatriate yourself just simply for your own comfort and stuff like that. When you're working in another country, you're seldom paying into the tax systems in your own home country and things like that. There are a lot of problems for people not being where they should be. I completely get it. I understand that, it's easier in some people's point of view in some place like China or Korea than it is in their own country. And Britain, for example, is really bureaucratic. Like you've got to pay huge taxes just to drive your car and stuff like that, and what have you. There's so much red tape and bureaucracy to go through for everything, and it is starting to get like that here in the States to a certain extent. So, these guys that spend like 20 years in other countries and they come home like every 6 months or whatever, and stay like 2 or 3 weeks, and that's all they need at home to keep working out of the country. I don't know. I have a lot of friends like that, and this is nothing, this is not like a jab to those people. I wouldn't want to hurt any of those people's feelings, and I'm not trying to hurt anyone's feelings. I'm just being very blunt about my feelings on it. If you're a permanent expatriate, you're letting your own country down to a certain extent, and if you're willing to expatriate that long, you probably don't care. There's also the issue of men, a lot of men kind of, I think this happens to men more than women that go there, but men seem to get stuck there because they get with this woman and they have a kid, and then they just sort of become Chinese. And really, my Chinese girlfriend there, she expected me to become a Chinese guy, and I just wasn't up for that. So those are my kind of thoughts on expatriation. I think everybody should do it, but you need to come home and start, putting back into the system again. You know, Share your knowledge. A lot of the knowledge that I've brought home, I've already given a lot of tips and stuff to, little companies here I've worked with that, they may not have known about from a different point of view, and I think it's really helped them. So, those are just my views. As far as China goes, listen, guys, I love China. I love China a lot, but, they, the people that really go on about China tend to go on about how great it is, and the only people that I ever knew in China that always had money to kind of play with were the kinds of people who spend their money on clothes occasionally and then go out and drink and party and just get drunk all the time. If you do that, you'll be able to save your money. I'm a musician. I play guitar. I'm not taking my guitar with me over to China. I didn't do that. Because it can be a pain in the ass to get it back. So I didn't want to take anything really nice that I liked over here. So I decided I was going to have a different China life, and I went out and bought instruments and musical equipment, recorded music, and worked on projects with some people there and things like that. And if you want to, if you're that type of person, you're going to have that type of lifestyle, where you're buying like kind of more expensive stuff a lot, and um, you should be able to do that. I mean, you moved to another country to, like, kind of improve your life for at least the moment. So for me, yeah, having a few guitars in my house that I could play randomly in a bass and some other equipment was really nice. And I'd sell stuff occasionally, and to me, it's just like living here. I was borrowing money a lot by the end of the month. I only really made $1,400 a month at the most, and I found that pretty easy to go through. No problem, no problem at all. And I wasn't going out and drinking all the time. I had money to do that, but why? Plus, guys, there's a very big sort of been there, done that feeling for me. I'm not the kind of dude who listens to even full albums anymore because I'm so tired of a certain band or whatever. I listen to a few songs off an album, and I mix my musical styles up. I'm not the type of guy who puts Def Leppard's High and Dry into the CD player and listens to the whole thing anymore. I'm past that. And for me, I'm past working in China. I did not I did not enjoy my working experience there. I enjoyed learning to be a teacher. I didn't enjoy learning, running around trying to get my salary on payday because there was some problem with our bank or something. I didn't like, being forced to go and do things on my days off with the training center. It is just like here, as far as working goes. Except depending on who you're working for, they may expect a lot more from you for a lot less money. I mean, if a company here is paying me $1,400 a month, they're probably not getting more than customer service or call center work out of me, if they're even paying me that much. So, I mean, the way I see it, I mean, 8,500 RMB a month is good, but I don't want to live like a Chinese person either, I like Chinese food and everything, but you get tired of it. There's no different styles of food there, so you eat a lot of Chinese food, and then a couple of days a week you eat like McDonald's or KFC or something like that. There's no this it's a beautiful place, yes, but how many mountains do you go see and be amazed every time? How many big lakes do you go see and be amazed every time? How many cities with, little things on, little candles floating? I mean, how many times can you see that and be, like, oh, it's beautiful? Come on, grow. Move on. Let's. I've seen that. I've done it. After my first few excursions into the wilderness in China and stuff, like, I just got tired of it. It's like, yeah, I've already seen this. If you're a normal person, you're going to get just as tired of China as anywhere. And it didn't take 20 years for me to get tired of it. It took about, the new wore off there in about 2 years. Year and a half, 2 years. The last little stint I stayed in China was because my girlfriend begged me to stay. I was planning on coming home a year and a half earlier than I did. So there's the truth. Do not hate China, love China. Would love to visit again, do not want to work there. Do not want to work there. If I do work in China again, it's going to be for a university. I'm going to be working like 14 hours a week, and I am going to chill out the rest of the time. But I just, the video's gotten to be sort of long enough here. I just really felt like I have no interest in going back to China to work. Also, if I have to fake documents, that's the other thing. I don't have a teaching certificate. I don't have an official degree right now. And you can't forge all those documents and take it back to China and try or do that stuff in China and try and make it work. But you get asked awkward questions because someone you don't know has made up some stuff about you. What happens when next year comes around and I need to renew my visa if I'm going to stay another year or whatever? And that stuff is a pain in the ass to do anyway. That is the negative part of communism, really, really negative part of communism from a kind of working person standpoint right there. is the meaningless and inane registration and such. But yeah, you're gonna so yeah, it's just a pain in the ass to do it that way. If I was going to go there and work and stuff, I'd want to do it in a legit manner, and I'd feel that way about anywhere. So I think I need to get back into school and maybe get an education degree or something like that. My student loan's paid off, so I should be starting college here, relatively soon after I get work. Anyway, guys, that's just another small update. Have a good day.